Hey, welcome back. We're going to continue this series. I am on a very strict time limit, so I have about an hour, if I really push it, 15 minutes. So let's go ahead and get going. The game is following a pattern. First of all, we put his, what do you call it, this mindset. We chose his mindset. It's level 4 already. Then we did his, and then we finally did his. So I don't know where the game's going next because it seems like the progression was okay. We're gonna introduce first platoon. Like each platoon's being introduced, and now we're finally all together as a big band. Um, and so maybe this is when the game's really gonna start taking off. I don't know, but it's following that first of all, and then secondly, um, the narrative choices. I think I'm trying to choose my words wisely here. I'm a bit annoyed that the game is narration, 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 and then you do a mission. Then it's narration, narration, narration. And when I say narration, I'm including the choose your own adventure stuff, right? Now, there is a little bit of choose your own adventure while you're in the middle of the mission. Like sometimes you're asked, well, do you keep going, right? You could do something where you reveal fog of war. When I when I got this game and I was reading the description of it, I thought it was going to be a whole lot more. I'm a commander, I'm a lieutenant, I have a platoon that I'm responsible for, and I make a decision like, are we going to flank this MG nest in front of us, or are we going to head on? Like, I thought for sure I was going to be able to draw up like an attack map and and then hit go and then watch my troops do what they do, and then after a certain period of time goes, it pauses and now I get to make more decisions. Like, to be honest, that's what I was hoping this would be. And the narration would be, we just lost our radio man, what do we do? How do we, like, I was hoping it was going to be more of that. And so far it's been, figure out this guy's mindset. And, let's talk about the philosophies of war. And, it's almost like I'm just reading a modified version of Sun Tzu's Art of War. And, I'm writing a letter home and trying to decide how honest should I be to the parents. Um, I mean, I get it. That's part of war as well, I guess. I just thought it was going to be more combat related narrations. Um, the narrations so far have been between combats, and maybe that will change. Maybe the game's going to heat up a bit, but this cycle that we're going through is going to get boring, and I don't know how this is going to be exciting to do for the entire war. We're only in just exiting Casablanca. We haven't even hit Italy yet. Um, let alone Germany. And it just it's sort of it's long in the tooth, I guess. Anyways, so we got ourselves a nice 4-star unit, and that's because I've been really doing a lot with that unit, and you can see every group has experience at least. This is the only one that does not, and that's probably the one that was abandoned, looking for the AA gun. So I feel sorry about them. And they have stress, so let's go ahead and remove their stress. Because remember, our priority is to remove all the negative stuff. This one, the combat fatigue is too high. That's why we have that. But beyond that, we don't have that much more to go. The replenishments, of course, I'm glad we're at a positive there. And I'm assuming they carry over from mission to mission. But yeah, 13 loyalty, 8 prestige. We could go in and raise loyalty, right? These guys have high loyalty, he does not. So let's do that. That just put him up to 50. I think that might have given him another command. And then, yeah, now we got 3 loyalty and 8 prestige. This takes prestige. I think our mortar guy Give him some more experience, because a good mortar is a good mortar. And then as far as everybody else, I don't think there's anybody else we can spend prestige on. Just the main guys. This will get him up to a next level. But we'll just get him up. So they're both close to 2 stars. I mean, this game is only 20 some dollars. So it's not like they're trying to sell this game like it's a $70, Civilization 7 game. The price point's right for the level of, I don't know, that it does. But we'll see if it adds new things. What I'm concerned about is that it won't. It's just we're going to do this narration mission cycle over and over again.
Shore batteries and the heavy guns of the French battleship Jean Bart and several cruisers, destroyers, and gunboats put out a devastating fire. Gunnery from American ships coupled with precision bombing silenced those guns.
That's a pretty massive explosion.
Then I knew, even if I made all the right decisions, not everyone was coming home.
Ugh. So somebody has to come as an aide. I don't know who Crossley is. I don't know who Morris is. Or Patterson. So we gain 6 experience points or temporary morale. We'll do that. This is the only thing that gives me something, so let's do that. Like, why? I guess resetting the mindset is because you're not happy with it. That's an interesting decision. See, you have to tell them, and here's why. Crossley, or whoever was with you, and he's already told them. Because he was there. So you're not going to be some smug leader who's going to keep information away from your people so you can keep morale up. Crossley's already told everybody what happened. Okay, so I chose not to get the extra MG and the extra rifle squad because it's just more things I need to command. And the most limiting resource in these scenarios is your command points. So why would I want extra troops? I mean, I would want extra troops if they all evenly took actions. But since I have to rely on my commands to control all of them, then all it is just more people that are going to suck up my command points. So I'd rather just have advantages like Fog of War and the tanks arriving early. Ugh.
This is a Chinese fire drill.
My God. Oh, what a mess.
Oh, hell.
Alright, we got a lot going on. We got the 4, and I guess this is our sergeant. And I guess I'm the captain now. Which is fine. Okay. So we have all this stuff to the south. And there's the barracks. We got a walled compound. A secondary objective. Secondary objectives all along the top. So this going down along the south, it does put you out in the open, that's for sure. Although some of these you could see you're shooting from above. If we did go this way, it would be, because we're taking this first and then taking those, it just seems like a very awkward way to go for a map that's shaped like this. Seems like the best way to go is just to fight house to house and secure everything all the way down. I mean, we have 20 turns. The tanks are going to be really good at taking the open spaces. They're not as good at, they can get ambushed a lot through here. Alright, that's what we're going to do then, I guess. Oof, it's a tough order, but... And this guy has one less... He has 3 suppression, according to this. So what's going on? He's green. Let's move his other unit first. This seems dangerous because we're just going right in the open. So we'll head to... So we're going to have him take the north side of this road. So we're going to have him go up here. There they are. So he's been
Don't
spotted.
leave anything behind!
There's 2 units. I could move again. Clearly I can't shoot them. Can't get inside of a building, but I can get to this road. I'm gonna do it.
It's getting hot out there!
Alright, the green means no one can see him. We'll go ahead and do this one. That was an artillery? Wow, and they lost their command. That's a cannon. Aimed up the road. Yep, let's get in the... I gotta rally the squad. They got hurt hard. And we'll go ahead and move the troops forward. He'll have to help them next time. Can I get them up there? No. But I can get them into the woods. That'll at least get them safe. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Alright. So we know we got a cannon on that street. So let's avoid this general area. taking turns. People have disappeared. Who's next? We got... See, these are our heavy machine gunners. In a way, I want to get them on here so we can shoot the cannon. So there's a heavy machine squad. If I get them behind this fence here, they have a nice view of this area. Let's try it. Yeah, see? They can't shoot, but they're in a nice spot. If they can move forward one more, that would have been even better. This is another machine gun squad. I think this would be dangerous. But that's the idea, right? Is we can take stuff out. But let's have him go there. Yep, so we just spotted the machine gun. Oh, look, we spotted all these guys down here. 3 of them. And last but not least, we can mortar this guy right from where we are. Well, so we can do smoke, which will block that cannon from doing his nonsense. Let's reduce their morale. Alright, that's all really I could do with them.
L'heure est grave.
Okay, we got our sergeant here. So we can move a lot of spaces. That, of course, will open the door for us getting shot. If we go up here, we then have 2 platoons going the north. Is that really what we want? Not really. Although this looks way open. Like even these guys could shoot all the way across. Because they're up high on a ridge. And then they're higher than this ridge. And higher than that ridge, right? So it's going down, down, down. They're going to have a lot of... This is just suicide, running down the middle. Fine, we'll do this. That squad has yet another action that it can do. It can keep going. Alright, and then we're gonna command that one with our captain. Those are done. Then this last squad, we're going to risk coming down this way. Get them in the trees. Like, I don't understand what that... Why the noise. Use a captain command. So this guy's going to help perfect the flank. Then, of course, our captain has to go somewhere. So we have a leader here, a leader here. So I could go up and try to help these leaders. He's with his mortar squad. We've got 2 MGs that are all alone. So I think I'm going to try heading towards the MGs. It's also going to allow him to be a spotter for artillery. And yeah, we're going to get with this MG unit. There we go. Took all my actions. Turn 1's over. 19 turns left. We get this cannon, which is an issue. These guys are red, which means they're not super threat. These 3, though, I think can shoot all across the wide open space. So I think we start with him. He's got 3 commands and 4 units. So his first one is to get with his unit, and then he's going to rally.
Keep at it, Anderson.
Because they took some losses. So that turns over, and then the next one, these guys are going to move into a building, and then move again, and I have to pause. Okay, I am back. Sorry, I got a phone call. It was a coworker. I had to take it. Who did I just move? Alright, we're doing this guy. There's 1 guy left. We'll give him a command. Sneak down the street. Let's get him into one of these buildings. That one looks like a full defense. Done. I like our positioning. And I know this guy could probably have a line of fire on him pretty easy. So let's go ahead and hit end.
Faites de votre mieux.
There's a cannon. I wonder if it can shoot all the way across the map. Like, I don't know what's going on. Why is it going back and forth like that? Does it mean that they're firing on us and we need to get out of the way before the shells land? I mean, that's a possibility, right? So, I don't know if I want to start with the MG squads or not. No, let's do this guy. So we're going to activate him. Looks like he can only move 1 space through here, or we can move 2 spaces this way. I don't know why he can't move here, but sure, let's move 1 space. And let's move 1 more space. I know I can shoot him. I'd rather move 1 more space. Then we have this guy who can shoot. Let's do it. And then we got this guy. We're going to move forward 1.
Come on.
We got him nice and red. Alright, so we got another turn. Let's move forward. That's all we can do. I'm wondering if they're in range or not. Now this is the big dilemma. Up there he is. Where's my commander? He's all the way back here. If I do... See, I can't do a mortar strike. But here's what I'm going to do. we're going to do a smoke strike here. Or should I do a smoke strike? Yeah, we'll do it here. Because I don't want this cannon to take me down. It doesn't look like it did anything, but that's alright. Hopefully that worked. And I'm going to go ahead and bolster these guys so we can move next turn. Alright, then we got 2 guys left. Well, technically just 1. So we have this guy. We'll go ahead and bolster. And get him to move all the way up to here. Or I can go down the road and get him to here. Yeah, let's do that. Then get into there.
But what about those tanks?
Come on!
We got him. That was awesome. Morale's up. Alright, then these guys will use commander points. Not quite enough to get in. So we'll move them down to there. Oh, they got another move point. See, these 3 are like along the road. We'll go up near the top. There. I got one more command with him. We'll go ahead and bolster our machine gun unit. Alright, so we got a fuel issue. I don't know what that means. Like, do I have to really worry about fuel? So, like, my thoughts with the tanks is I don't want to move them up the road. I would rather have the tanks come down here and help take the flank. Like, deal with all this garbage. And then you got this guy up here who's going to be a problem. So, like, if I select that tank, I don't even see fuel as a factor in the game. But we'll worry about that when we get there. So I don't think I want to move the tanks first. What I want to do is activate the MG squads first. Because this guy's in my line of fire. And we need to nail him. And get his morale down. And we're going to nail him again. And then we have this squad here. Oh, see, look, I can even hit all the way down here. But I'm going to go ahead and hit this one. And then this guy, I think we're already bolstered. But let's move forward.
We're not out of choices yet.
Alright. So I think we should try to take that. Oh, I'm still waiting for my turn. Okay. I want to take this down. And I think, I mean, they do have an action left. They are red because we hammered them twice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bolster again. Although I think he's already been bolstered. And you can see he's going to run like, can I do this? And the answer is yes. So we're going to run like that, right? And then we're going to try to charge him.
He's down!
It says no enemies. So the cannon's just destroyed? Can I take over the cannon? Well, all of his commands are done. So now I gotta use captain commands. Get this guy to move down the street. We want these guys to be up top here. In case there's stuff up here, right? Did you see there's like a line of sight thing there? Oh, that's right. These guys can move 3 times. We're going to go ahead and get in that building.
Wait a minute.
So, I don't see anybody yet, but we're in good spots just in case. Hit end. There's definitely activity down there. There's definitely activity over here. There you go. See? We were able to see him move. Now, the question is do we still see him? Yes, we do. What civil? Okay, never mind. Alright, we have these guys. I want to take this out. Obviously, you have another unit here. I am pretty sure that this road is clear from them, but there might be somebody else down here. Then we have these guys. So why don't we start with this one. And here you can see I might be able to just... Nope, can't charge him. But I can probably get to there. So let's do it. And then let's see if we can...
Forward!
That was an MMG squad. That was good. That was very good. Now let's get our other 2 units. Like this seems like really dumb move. But I think if I can get to this cliff, then maybe these guys wouldn't be able to shoot. But let's try. Okay, that gets them in line of sight, but probably their line of sight, not theirs. So then the question becomes, do I run towards the road? Or, do I huddle? I don't think the huddling's a bad idea. I don't think I want to go... You know what? I am going to go here. Let's just go up to there for now. And then we're going to command this one. Like, who's got line of sight to this? I'm imagining it's those guys up on the hill. And then I think that's his line of sight, so let's just get into the building. And next time around we can start picking on him. And they're done. I hear armor. Look, I hear armor again. Look, there's two armors. Now here's the deal. The armor may not see me. Because when you're hiding in the woods or you're hiding in a building, the armor may not, it's not like they have super sight. But that is bad because I don't have anti-tank. All I have are these tanks. My original plan was to move these tanks south and have them help me clear garbage like this. But now it seems like I need to have tank-on-tank warfare. But the problem is this is the only road I can go down. And I have two tanks sitting there. That's a tough order. I'm standing in the road, so I don't think the tank can move through them. Here you can see that actually roadblocks here. I'd have to go down and around. I'm sure it's that cannon down here that saw me. And then here I can move again, or I can attack. Obviously I can't attack because nobody's in range, but what I could do, like I can go up here, but then I'm in peril. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I got one tank taking on these two guys. So the question is, do I send another one to help them, or do I send these two to do the original plan? Can I take on two guys with one tank? I have no idea. That sounds like a bad idea, doesn't it? Alright, we're going to send one more to help them. They move so slow. And get him into some protection. Alright, so both of these are protected. And then I think I'm going to mix it up. We're going to move this guy this way. And here I can shoot.
Can't see shit.
That's the plan. Is we're moving and shooting, right? We got some experience points. That guy just turned red. That's the plan. You get these guys, make it so they're not as comfortable. Alright, I do have one more commander point and one more unit. Oh, they're starting to charge in. Because they know I can shoot them with my tank now.
Resserrez vos bottes.
What did he say about his butt? Alright, this is my last turn. I told you I could do an hour, but that phone call took up the hour. My apologies for that. Not much I could do there. Alright, so we got this one. Move 2. I could come down to here and help, but I'm going to go straight down the road with this one. And then he's just positioned to help with other stuff. As for this guy, Sure, we'll have him also go down to the road. And then we have these guys. And they're done. Okay, so I'm going to save the game here. And I gotta go. It's board game night. So we are playing Elder Scrolls still. I have fully completed Elder Scrolls twice now. This is our third campaign. And that's not counting the YouTube campaign that I never finished. It's a decent game. I definitely enjoy it. It's better than Too Many Bones in a lot of ways. I think Too Many Bones had a lot of, like, with the different characters you can play as, there's a little bit more variety. But anyways, don't mean to review another game in this playthrough. So thanks for watching. As always, stay awesome.